Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is my 6-week pregnancy update.
Well, the moment you felt you could start over new was the same that you realized the stories were true. You opened your eyes and the world you could see wasn't dim, it was brighter. You'd have to agree. Your fears are gone, they were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the very first time. Oh, now your fears are gone, they were buried with the dawn. And oh, now you feel alive for the first time. Not hold me yet, not hold me yet. No, you're not home yet. No, not home. But you finally found the way.
I am feeling very pregnant. I'm looking at two. I got a cold sore down here. That's from being sick. But I got do you see the acne? It's bad. Alright. Yeah, it's rough. It's rough out here. But that's okay. So I'm going to start with a symptom update. Obviously, really bad acne. I rarely have to wash my face more than once a week. I've been washing my face like every other day, if not every day. Which I know people are like, that's what you're supposed to do. You're actually not supposed to dry out your face that much. And my face dries out extremely if I wash it that much. I only need about once a week to keep on top of acne and everything. That's not cutting it anymore. And they say that means it's a girl, so. I also feel super, super nauseous. Like, it is anything. It smells. It's like just having to toot. It's like anything will make me feel like I have to throw up. And then we got the stomach flu for a day, and on Wednesday, and my son's still sick. And he was up all night last night, crying. It was horrible. It was horrible. So I haven't been able to get any sleep, and he's been sleeping on my chest when he does sleep, and then he pushes his elbows into my stomach, so I get even more nauseous, and it really doesn't help. And when I had stomach flu, I was super sick. And then yesterday, I hadn't gotten a lot of sleep again, so I don't know if I had fully recovered. I threw up again. So I feel like that's the way that this pregnancy is going to roll, and I'm not looking forward to it. I haven't been able to take my prenatal vitamins since the day that I got them because on Wednesday I was sick and throwing up. Thursday I was recovering. Friday I was going to take them, but I just genuinely forgot. And then yesterday morning, I just didn't feel great again. Today I'm going to try and do it, but I need to actually eat first because still feeling nauseous. Some other things, the toots are real. Don't underestimate pregnancy gas. It's wild. I think in about 2 weeks, I will be scheduling, I think I talked about this, but in 2 weeks, I'll be scheduling my first prenatal appointment. And it should be really good. And then after that appointment, I'm going to schedule my doula. But I talked to my birth photographer this week, and I am so, so excited. And I put down my deposit, and everything's good to go. But I'm just it makes me so excited. And literally, I came home that day, and I think it was the next day too. Both days, I was telling people, I was like, I gotta calm down. Because I got hopefully, a minimum of 30 weeks left. Minimum. Hopefully more than that. I would like to go the full 40 this time, which is 34 weeks left. But I'm really looking forward to giving birth. Not that I'm not looking forward to having the baby, because I am, but I am looking forward to giving birth again because, from everything that I've been told about, typically this part of labor goes faster. It's a lot more intense, but it goes a lot faster. That was the hardest part of labor for me. So I'm really looking forward to it being shortened. So I'm going to be doing everything that I can, in terms of preparation, starting now to really get my body ready for that part to be shorter, for me to feel better, for me to be able to handle the pain better, the fatigue better. I'm exercising a lot more than I was during my first pregnancy just because I'm working. Granted, I took 2 days off of work this week because my son was sick and I was not about to go and spread this to people there because ew. But I've been exercising a lot more, and just because my pregnancy is going to be in the summer and I won't be in Texas, I'll be able to go and walk a lot more. We intend to do a lot of like beach day. Water exercise is really good for when you're pregnant because it relieves a lot of pain, and it's very gentle on your joints, but you can really exercise. And because I'll be doing a water labor again if everything goes smoothly, and my goal is for a water birth this time. I really want to get a lot of water exercise in, and I'm not a huge fan of lakes just because I didn't grow up, like, lakes are a huge thing in Minnesota, and lots of people are like, oh yeah, the lake, whatever, like, doesn't bug them. But I didn't grow up in lakes, I grew up in swimming pools. Like, if I went swimming, it was in a swimming pool exclusively. And that's just how I grew up. My parents didn't really go to lakes, so it just makes me a little, like, uncomfy if I can't see the bottom of the lake because I know that, like, there's plants down there, but I don't know what else is down there. I'm not a big fan. If I can touch weeds, not about it. Once you get to like a drop off where you can't touch weeds and it's dark, it's okay, but I'm just still not a fan. So I want to go to the lake, but I also am like, don't know that I'll do a lot of swimming. So I want to find a good swimming pool. My brother does have a gym membership to the Y, and I think that we can add on a family membership for not too expensive. So then they've got a pool. Actually got a water park there. So my intent is to do that whenever I'm not working. But also this week, I just started my new diet. Last pregnancy, I had really high blood pressure, pitting edema, and I can't remember what it's called. It's like pregnancy-induced something that basically means high blood pressure. I cannot think of what it is to save my life. A friend of mine also had it during her pregnancy, and we were just talking about it after I announced, and she said what it was, and I was like, yeah, that's what I had. I just couldn't remember that was what it was called, and now I can't remember either, so it's fabulous. I have a terrible memory. Dude, already I've been like super spacey and like pregnancy brain things that I'm just like, I feel like if I slept more, I'd be fine, and it's not like a pregnancy thing. But because I'm so much more tired from pregnancy, and then my son hasn't been feeling well, and I haven't been sleeping, and when I have, it's like being choked to death because his arm's like up here. The memory's not there. Yeah. Anyway, so I'm on this special diet, and it's like just like the healthier versions of foods. So like if you're gonna eat like carbs or like grain, it's whole grain, not like wheat, but like whole grain. You know what I mean? Like whole wheats instead of like ground up wheat. Just because the difference between like a ground wheat and a whole wheat is that your body actually has to work to break down the wheat and then turn it into sugar instead of it just being sugar already and burning through your system really fast. And it's healthier for your body to be able to work to break that down before it turns into food energy. Just like with fiber, and fruit sugars are a great like boost of energy, right? Because they're just sugar and they're healthy natural sugars, but obviously overdoing that can also be bad. Anyway, so it's just a diet higher in like healthy fats and healthy proteins and whole wheats and whole grains and like whole grain rice. Yeah. Anyway, so that's kind of where I'm at so far. An update as to baby size at 6 weeks, depending upon the outfit you're looking at, it's anywhere between the size of a blueberry and a chocolate chip. Sorry, I feel really sick all of the time. My back has been killing me, and I know that's partially from my son, but it's also partially from the baby. So I mentioned in last week's video that I'm going to call the chiropractor. I have not done that yet because I ended up being sick this past week. So trying for this week instead. That's about the pregnancy update. I'm going to give you guys a bump shot, which is next to nothing, and I haven't been out of bed yet, so I haven't really eaten anything yet, which probably is contributing to my nausea. So it's probably pretty flat, but here we go. So pudgy. You get to see my excellent stretch marks. They're great. I mean that seriously, not sarcastically. I actually really don't mind. I don't really have any issues with my body. Like, sure, my skin could tighten up or whatever, but I'm growing my second human, so I'm pretty proud of myself. Also, you saw in a previous video, I got a scale, and I just measured myself the other day, and I went down like 4 pounds from my starting pregnancy weight, and I was like, I should really eat more. So we have a meal plan for today and everything should be, so I gotta go. Hello everyone, it is time for the end of the month review portion of today's video. Let me quick grab my laptop. I can't believe it's the end of April already, and every time I do these videos, I get to the end of the month, oh crap, just thought of something. I get to the end of the month and I'm like, I need to seriously get like focused on like living more in the day-to-day because the days go by just so fast now. It's wild. Work doesn't help with that though. Okay, so let's go through everything pretty quickly. Get monetized on YouTube again. I have had a few follower increase in the past since announcing my pregnancy, and even prior to that, I think I got back up to a stable number. Anyway, thank you all for being here and helping me out with that goal. I just want to create content people enjoy, and I enjoy doing it. Second is getting pregnant to have baby number 2. This is a started goal. Yay, updates. Pregnant, if you haven't seen anything, go check out my other pregnancy update videos. Baby number 2 will be due in December of this year. Number 3, get a gym membership. Currently have one, but I actually canceled my gym membership because my brother has a gym membership, but that goal is accomplished. Start a writers group. This is started, but we haven't met in a couple months just because it's been really busy. We all kind of collectively decided, like, you know what, we'll take a break for a couple months. We're going to try and meet at least 2 times in May, maybe 3. But May is a really busy month too. I'm just, forcing it because some things need to take priority. Number 5, finish a book. I am not any closer than last month. I think I had like 2 pages that I wrote added onto my book, but just have not been able to find the time to do it and be motivated to do it. Number 6, post a song monthly to Instagram. I have not done my April one yet. I do need to do that, and I'm going to try and do it today. But that's all that I'm missing every other month. We're good to go. Number 7, be debt-free. Working very, very hard on this one. We're closer. That's really all that I can say is that we're working on it and we're closer. We're, $1,000 closer, which is great. Next is get a second car. We sort of already have this one accomplished. My husband and I have kind of been looking into used vans, but it's not really a need at the moment to switch up cars. So we're just kind of rolling with what we've got until we can't have it anymore. Number 9, have a consistent work schedule. Pretty consistently work 2 to 3 days a week, except for when I'm sick and have to, whatever. But I would say that this is accomplished because it's as consistent as I want it to be. Right, number 10, buy a house. I have not yet updated people on this because other things have been happening and it just hasn't been my priority, but we probably won't be buying a house this year unless the market crashes. If for some reason the market were to like wildly crash and be very favorable to the buyer and not very favorable to the seller anymore, and everything were to like level out or at the very least like really stabilize, then we would attempt to buy again, but I don't foresee that happening this year, so we probably will not be accomplishing this goal this year, but I can't say for sure. So that's just the update. I still intend to create a video kind of explaining everything, but yeah. Anyway, number 11, Colorado house vacation. I think it's going to be booked for like the very end of July, beginning of August is when we're going to be going. That's the only update I have on that. Number 12, successfully complete my 2022 wedding load. I did just add a fabulous new bride, and I'm very, very excited. But my May wedding is coming up, and I am so excited. It's going to be such a big one. I've got some stuff on my to-do list for this month, so hopefully I'll be able to take you along on that. Number 13, morning and evening prayers with Gabriel. This one I've kind of been counterproductive on. Haven't really been getting anywhere, but Gregory and I have been we're currently watching The Chosen, and then we're going to read the Gospels so that we can kind of compare and talk about like why things were different or the same or whatever. If you know what The Chosen is, but if you don't, go and check it out. Number 14, maintain wine moms. We've actually come to a lull on this. I'm going to go reevaluate with my sister-in-law probably this coming week, what we want to do with wine moms. We've created a second season that's been out. If you haven't listened to it yet, Spotify, anywhere you listen to podcasts. But we're going to see what the future holds for the rest of season 2. Hopefully we'll be able to figure it out this week. Number 15 is journal. especially now that I'm pregnant, I've got a pregnancy journal that I would like to fill out and use. And now that Lent is over and I'm not doing my bullet journal every night, I really need to actually like focus on doing this. But hopefully figure it out. I love the video diary that I put together of my pregnancy week by week, but it would be really nice to have something written down day by day that would be really helpful for the updates. And just in general, journaling is enjoyable. So that is the end of the month recap and review, and a little bit of, an update on some things. I hope you guys enjoyed all of this video. But thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, then hit the bell down below so you can get notifications for when more pregnancy video updates come out. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time. Love, Genevieve.